Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today we are studying the subject Cambridge O-Levels D-Maths 4024. We are working on the syllabus, and today we are working on the D3 book. The name of the book is New Syllabus, Mathematics 7th edition, book 3, and we have selected exercise 9A. The exercise 9A is basically about the trigonometry, and we will have story sums in this exercise, the word problems in this exercise. The exercise is about the use of the sine, cos, and tan, the trigonometric ratios, and the angle of elevation and the angle of depression. So let's start today's exercise. This is the first video on this exercise, and let's see how many questions we can do in this session. So let's start exercise 9A from D3. So my dear students, exercise 9A from the book D3. The first question is coming on your screen. Ligson, standing at P, is flying a kite attached to a string of length 140 meter. The angle of elevation of the kite K from her hand is 58 degrees. Assuming that the string is taut, find the height of the kite above her hand. So here they are representing this information with the help of a diagram. So here is the person standing, here is the kite, the height of the kite is questioned, the vertical height. The length of the string is 140 meter and the string is making 58-degree angle with the horizontal. So this is the angle of elevation of the kite. So we want to find out what is the height of the kite. So, it's a right angle triangle. So I know this angle, and this is my perpendicular. Some people call it the opposite side. And this is the hypotenuse. The ratio between the perpendicular and the hypotenuse is sine theta. Sine 58 will be equals to perpendicular divided by the hypotenuse. Let me show you. So this is the question number 1 showing up on your screen. So sine 58 will be equals to the height KQ divided by the hypotenuse, which is 140. So take this 140 to the other side, it will multiply with the sine 58. So KQ will be equals to 140 multiply sine 58. So the KQ will be equals to, in your calculator, write 140 multiply sine 58 and equals to, and the KQ will be 118.73 meter. So if you round it off, it is approximately 119 meter, 119 meters. So this is how you will do the question number 1. Question number 2. He says the two buildings on the level ground are 120 meter and 85 meter tall respectively. One building is 120 meter high, the other building is 85 meter tall. Given that the angle of elevation of the top of the taller building from the top of the shorter building is 33.9 degree, find the distance between the two buildings. Okay, so I will represent this information with the help of a simple diagram and support. Question number 2 is showing up on your screen. So this is that shorter building, which is 85 meter tall, and this is that larger building, which is 120 meter tall. So if this is 85, this will be also 85. So this upper portion will be 120 minus 85, 35 meter. And the angle of the elevation of the top of the taller building from the top of the smaller building is 33.9 degree. So when you, so I want to find out what is the distance between the buildings. So whatever is the distance here, same is the distance here. So this is 85, this portion is 85, the total portion is 120, 120 minus 85, this will be 35. So now I will solve this right angle triangle and I will find out this base. I know this angle, this will be the base, this will be the perpendicular. You can use the tan because the tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base. So you see tan 33.9 is equals to the perpendicular 35 divided by the base, that's x. So x will go there and the tan 33.9 9 will come downstairs. So x will be equals to 35 divided by tan, 33.9. So in your calculator, you will enter 35 divided tan, 33.9. So x will be equals to 52.1 meter. So this x is 32.1 meters. So the distance between the two buildings is basically 52.1 meters. So I said something wrong. It's 52.1 meter. The distance between the two buildings is 52.1 meter. So this is how you will do the question number 2. I hope you understand how we converted the story sum and how we made this diagram and what these lines are representing. And one thing is very important, that your calculator must be set in degrees. There is a small d showing on your calculator. It should be d. It should not be r, or it should not be g. It should be D for degrees. Okay, so that's question number 2. Okay, so we are going to the next question. The next question is, at a certain time in a day, a church spire PQ, this is the church spire, this is PQ. Yeah, this is the church spire PQ, which is 44 meter high. It's 44 meter high. Casts a shadow RQ 84 a meter long. Find the angle of elevation of the top of the spire from the point R. We want to find out this angle. So it's very simple. If you look at this, it's a right angle triangle. So here is the question 3. It's a right angle triangle. I know this is 44 meter. I know this is 84 meter. And I want to know this angle. This the side opposite to this angle. I call it perpendicular side. Some people call it opposite side. The side, this one, which is adjacent to the angle, that is called the base. And I want to find out this angle. So perpendicular by base, that's tan. So I will use the trigonometric ratio tan. So tan PRQ will be equals to the perpendicular by base, 44 by 84. I want to get this angle, so this tan will come to this side, it will become tan inverse. So PRQ angle will be equals to the tan inverse bracket 44 by 84 bracket close. So you, in your calculator, you will enter shift tan bracket start 44 divided by 84 bracket close equals to, and you will get 27.6 degrees. So this angle is 27.6 degrees. So this is how you will do the question number 3. Okay, so my dear students, we are on the question number 4. It says a building is 41 meter high, given that the angle of depression of a fire hydrant from the top of the building is 33 degrees. Find the distance between the fire hydrant and the foot of the building. Okay, so let me show you. So this is that building which is 41 meter high. This is the fire hydrant on the ground. This is the distance between the building and the fire hydrant. The angle of depression is 33, and remember, whatever is the angle of the depression, same is the angle of elevation. So if this is 33 angle of depression, the angle of elevation from the hydrant to the top of the building will be also 33. So now you can see it's a right angle triangle in which I know this angle, I know the perpendicular, and I want to find out the base AB. So I will use the tan, which is the trigonometric ratio, and this is a ratio between the perpendicular and the base. So tan 33 is equals to 41 by AB. So AB will be equals to 41 divided by tan 33. So in your calculator, you will enter 41 divide tan 33 equals to, and that will be 63.1 meter. So the distance between the foot of the building and the hydrant is 63.1 meter. I hope you understand. Okay, so now we are going to the next question. The next question is question number 5. He says a boat is 65.7 meter away from the base of the cliff. Given that the angle of depression of the boat from the top of the cliff is 28.9 degrees, find the height of the cliff. Okay. So we are talking about the question number 5. So suppose this is that cliff, and we don't know what is the height of that cliff, and this is the boat, and this is the foot of the cliff, And that's the distance between the boat and the cliff, and that is 65.7 meter. The angle of depression from the top of the cliff of the boat is 28.9. I told you that whatever is the angle of elevation, same will be the angle of elevation. So the angle of depression and the angle of elevation always remain the same. So from A, the angle of elevation of the top of the cliff will be 28.9. So now it's a right angle triangle. I know this angle, I know the base, and I want to know the perpendicular, which is the height of the cliff. So I will use the tan. Tan is the perpendicular by base. So tan 28.9 is equals to the BC, which is the height of the cliff, divided by the base, which is 65.7. Make the BC alone. So this which is dividing here will go on the other side, it will multiply. So in your calculator, you will write 65.7 multiply tan 28.9, and the BC will be 36.3 meter, 36.3 meter. So this is how you will do the question number 5. So the height of the cliff is 36.3 meter. So here we go. We have a castle has a height of 218 meter, given that an unusual bird is 85 meter away from the foot of the castle. Find the angle of the depression of the bird from the top of the castle. Okay, so basically, so this is the top of the castle. This is 218 meter high. The distance between the bird on the ground and the base of the castle is 85 meter. So I want to know what is the angle of the depression. Whatever is the angle of the depression, same will be the angle of the elevation. So it's a right angle triangle. You can see I want to know this angle. I know the base is 85 and the height is the perpendicular height is 218 meter. So the tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. So it will be 218 divided by 85. So theta will be equals to shift. It will be tan inverse bracket 218 divided by 85 bracket close. So in your calculator, how you write this? You will write shift tan bracket start 218 divide 85 bracket close equals to, and it will give you 68.7 degrees. So the angle of elevation is 68.7 degrees. That's the angle of elevation of the top of the castle from the bird. Bird is at the ground. And that same will be the angle of depression of the bird from the top of the castle. Angle of elevation, angle of depression, they are always equal, because if these two are the horizontal, so they are parallel. So this angle and this angle, they are equal because they are alternate angles of the parallel lines. So the angle of elevation and the angle of the depression both will be 68.7 degrees. So this is how you do question number 6. Okay, so we are on the next question. The next question is a clock tower has a height of 45 meters. The angles of the elevation of the top of the clock tower from the 2 points on the ground are 42 degree and 37 degree respectively. Find the distance between the 2 points. If you look at this diagram carefully, that's 1 point. This is the other point. Here, from here, the angle of elevation is 37. From here, the angle of elevation is 42. The height of the tower is 45 meters. The question is, what is the distance between these 2 points? So it's a little, let me show you. Okay. So here you can see I have made this diagram. So first of all, I will use this smaller right angle triangle, and I will find out this base, which is I have named as A. Then I will use this bigger right angle triangle, and I will find out this base, which is B. And from B, I will subtract the A, and I will get the distance between the 2 points, that is X. Okay. So first of all, I will take this smaller triangle and I will apply the tan. Tan 42 will be perpendicular by base 45 by A. So A will be equals to 45 divided by tan 42. So the A value will be 49.98 meter, which is approximately 50 meter. Then I will use, I will apply the right angle. I will apply tan on this big right angle. So the height is 45, the angle is 37, and the base, I will call it B. So tan 37 is equal to 45 by B. So B will be equal to 45 divided by tan 37. So B will be 59.7. So X, the distance between the 2 points will be B minus A. So that will be 59.7 minus 50, and that will be 9.7 meter. So 9.7 meters. So this is how you will do. This is question number 7. Look at it carefully. So this is how this question is done. The whole question is showing up on your screen. So I think this is the whole question showing up on your screen. You can pause the video and you can take your time. It's not that difficult. Now we are going to the next question. The next question is question number 8. A castle stands on top of a mountain at a point on the level ground, which is 55 meters away from the foot of the mountain. The angle of the elevation of the top of the castle and the top of the mountain are 60 degree and 45 degree respectively. Find the height of the castle. So okay, so here we go. Question number 8 is on your screen. So basically, this is the representation. So this is the mountain. Its height is A. This is the castle. Its height is X. The total height of the castle from the foot of the mountain is B. The angle of elevation of the top of the cliff is 45. And the angle of the elevation of the top of the castle from the ground is 60. And we are observing from a distance of 55 meters from the foot of the cliff. Okay. So what will happen? I will first of all take this smaller right angle triangle and I will apply tan, and I will find what is the height A. And then I will apply the tan on the big right angle triangle and I will find the B, which is, and then from B I will subtract it. I will get the height of the castle, this height of the castle. Okay. So tan 45 will be equals to A divided by 55. So A will be equals to 55 multiplied tan 45. So the value of the A will be 55 meter. Then we will tan 60, the big right angle triangle, and there tan 60 will be perpendicular base. That the perpendicular is B and the base is 55. So the B will be equals to 55 multiplied tan 60. And when you enter it into your calculator, you get 95.3 meter. So the height of the castle from the top of the cliff will be X equals to B minus A. So 95.3 minus 55, and that will be 40.3 meter. So this is how you will do question number 8. And this is how you make its diagram, a simple diagram, so you can apply your trigonometric ratios. So that was question number 8. It's showing up on your screen. You can pause the video. You can take your time. Okay, so we are going to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen is question number 9. He says an overhead bridge has a height of 5.5 meter. The angle of elevation of the top of the bridge from the 2 points P and the Q on the ground are X and 23 degrees respectively. Given that the distance between the P and the Q is 5.1 meter, find the value of the X. Here, the angle is question. From the point P, the angle of elevation is X. That's the question. The height of the bridge is 5.5. The angle of elevation from the point Q of the top of the bridge is 23 degrees. And the distance between the P and the Q is 5.1 meters. So let me show you how we have done this. Okay, so here we go. So you can see I have made this diagram. So this angle is X, this is 23. The distance between P and Q is 5.1. Let me say this distance is A and this full distance is B. Okay. So first of all, I will take the smaller triangle, this one, and I will apply the tan that will be perpendicular by base. So tan x will be equals to 5.5 divided by A. So the A will be 5.5 divided by tan x. Okay. Then I will use this big right angle triangle. Here the perpendicular is 5.5 and the base is B. So tan 23 will be 5 perpendicular by base. So it will be 5.5 divided by B. So B will be 5.5 divided by tan 23. So just enter these values in your calculator and you will get the value of the B. And this is a pure number. It's a 5.5 divided by tan 23. You can find its value. So if I do B minus A, that will be equals to PQ, and that is 5.1. Put these values. The B is 5.5 divided by tan 23 minus 5.5 divided by tan x is equals to 5.1. So from here, if you enter this value in your calculator, you will get 12.96 minus this is 5.5 divided by tan x equals to 5.1. So bring this 5.1 to this side and take this to the other side. So it becomes positive, that becomes negative. So 12.96 minus 5.1, it is 7.86 equals to 5.5 divided by tan of x. So tan of x will bring it here, take this to the other side. So tan of x will be equal to 5.5 divided by 7.86. So if you make that angle alone, so tan will go on the other side, it will become tan inverse. So tan inverse bracket 5.5 divided by 7.86 bracket close. In your calculator, you will enter shift tan bracket start 5.5 divide 7.86 bracket close equals to, and it will give you 35 degrees. So the value of the x is 35 degrees. So let me reduce the size so you can see, I think, oh my God. Now the whole question is showing up on your screen. You can pause the video and you can take your time. This was a little heavier question, and I hope you understand. That is question number 9. Okay, so let me show you again. This is how it is done. Okay. And that's the last part. And this is the whole question which is showing up. Okay, so we are going to the next question. The next question is question number 10. He says, the Eiffel Tower in Paris has a height of 320 meters. When the Kate stands at the point A, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 38 degrees. Kate walks X meters to a point B and observes that the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is now 58 degrees. Find the value of the X. We have to find how much distance she has moved towards Eiffel Tower, or we have to find out this X, the AB. Okay, let me show you question number 10 and okay. So basically, first of all, let me say this distance is A and this full distance is B. I will apply tan in this smaller right angle triangle. So it will be tan 58 equals to 320 divided by A. So A will be equals to 320 divided by tan of 58. So when you enter this 320 divided tan 58 equals to, the A will be equals to 200 meters. So this BC distance is 200 meters. Then I will apply the tan on this big right angle triangle. The base is B and the height is 320. So the tan 38 will be equals to 320 divided by B. So the B will be equals to 320 divided by tan 38. So that will be 409.58, which is 409.6. So the X, the distance between the A and the B, that will be B minus A. B is this whole thing, the A is this thing. So B minus A, it will give you X. So the X is B minus A. So 409.6 minus 200, it will be 209.6 meter, which is approximately 210 meter. So this is how you will do this question. This question is question number 10. So I hope you understand this question, and let's go to the next question. The next question is question number 11. He says, from the top of a cliff, 88 meter high, the angle of the depression of the two boats due west of it are 23° and 18° respectively. Calculate the distance between the two boats. Okay, so there is a cliff. So here we have a cliff which is 88 meter high, and there are two boats, B and the C. I just named them. And the angle of elevation of this boat is 23, and the angle of elevation of this boat is 18. Actually, they have told us the angle of depressions. So the angle of depression and the angle of elevation, they are equal to each other. So this diagram is very important. The distance of the C from the foot of the cliff is A, and the distance of the B from the foot of the cliff is B. So I will use this smaller right angle triangle. I will apply tan. So tan 23 is equals to 88 divided by A. So A will be equals to 88 divided by tan 23. So the A will be 207.3. Then I will use this big right angle triangle. This angle is 18. This height is 88. I want to know the base. So it will be tan 18 equals to 88 divided by B. So B will be equals to 88 divided by tan 18, and the B will be 270.8. So which is approximately 271, but in this case, we are going to take 270.8. So the X will be, the distance between the boats will be B minus A. So B value is 270.8 minus 207.3. So it will be 63.5 meters. 63.5 meter. In this question, we have taken and the values up to 4 significant figures. The final answer is in 3 significant figures. I hope that you understand. And remember, the angle of depressions were given. Angle of depressions and the angle of elevations, they are equal to each other. So this is how you do question number 11. So this is showing up on your screen. You can pause the video, you can stop the video, take your time. And okay, so we are going to the next question. The next question is, the satellite dish stands at the top of a cliff. From the top of the satellite dish, the angle of depression of a ship, which is 80 meters away from the base of the cliff, is 37°. From the foot of the satellite dish, the angle of depression of the same ship is 32. Find the height of the satellite dish. Okay, so here we go. So this is the next diagram, and this is the top of the cliff, and this is the top of the dish. The dish is on the satellite dish is on the cliff, and this is the boat here. It is 80 meters away from the foot of the cliff, and the angle of elevation of the top of the dish from this point D will be 37, and the angle of elevation of the cliff from this boat will be 32. Actually, they have given us the angle of depressions, but we are, angle of elevation, angle of depression, they both are equal. They want us to find out what is the actual height of this dish. So look at this small triangle. It's a right angle triangle. I will use the tan. I will find the height of the cliff. Then I will use the big right angle triangle and apply tan, and I find the full height, AC. And from, I've named it as small b. So from b, if I subtract a, I will get the value of the x. So I will apply tan 32. This is a smaller right angle triangle. So it will be perpendicular a, which is a, by the base, which is 80. So a will be equals to 80 multiplied tan 32, and a will be equals to 50 meter. So tan 37 will be, and now I will apply the tan on this big right angle triangle. So tan 37 will be b by 80. So b will be equals to 80 multiplied tan 37. So b will be 60.3. So x will be equals to b minus a, which will be 60.3 minus 50, and that will be 10.3 meters. So this is how you do question number 12. I hope you can understand this. Okay, so we are going to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen is the question number 13, a flagpole of the height 12.2 meters is placed on top of a building of height h a meter. From a point T on the level ground, the angle of elevation of the base of the flagpole B is 26 meter, and the angle of elevation on top of the flagpole C is 37 degrees. So find the value of this height, this base. This I want to find out this. Okay. So let me show you. I have done this, and you can see this is the main question. This height is 12.2. So the angle of elevation of the B from the T is 26. The angle of elevation of the C from the T is 35. So I will apply the on this smaller right angle triangle. Now there are two variables, x and h. So the tan 26 will be equals to h by x. So x will be equals to h divided by tan 26. X is equals to 2.05 h. 2.05 h. So then I will apply the tan on this big right angle triangle. That will be tan 35 equals to this height is h plus 12.2 and the base is x. So tan 35 will be 12.2 plus h. And in the place of x, I will put this value. This value is 2.05 h. So tan 35 is 0.7. So 12.2 plus h divided by 2.05 h. Cross multiply. 0.7 multiply 2.05 h will be 1.44 h. And 12.2 plus h. Bring this h to this side. So it will be 1.44 h minus h equals to 12.2. So 1.44 minus 1 will be 0.44 h equals to 12.2. So h will be 12.2 divided by 0.44. So the h will be 28.0 meters. So this is how you will do this question. And due to the limitation of the Zoom, I have a time limit for this video, which is about to finish. So question number 13 is showing up on your screen. You can pause the video and you can take your time. This question is a little tricky because here there were two variables. I don't know base, I don't know this height. So this is how you will do this question. My dear students, today we have done in this video, this is the first video on the exercise 9A, and I hope you have understood this. We have done from question number 1 to question number 13. One question is left of this exercise, and I will do that question in my next video. If you find this video interesting, informative, and you think that this can help you and your friends, please don't hesitate to share the link of this video with your friends through your Facebook and Twitter accounts. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good day. God bless you all.